Hey everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the Basement Tailgate Podcast. We are your hosts, Gerard Clark.
And I'm Brian Washington. Welcome back.
Man, I can't. Brian's over here. I know you got to be excited. You got a coach. Your team got a coach.
We got a coach, man. Since the last time we talked, we do have a coach. Is he the best coach for the team? I don't know, but we got the coach thing dealt with. Now we can start to figure out, what's going to happen throughout the season. Who's staying, who's going, stuff like that can start to happen now. But yeah, man, we got a coach.
So when you heard the news that JJ Redick, I mean, I've always been a JJ fan. I'm a Duke fan, so JJ's my guy. But when you heard the news that JJ Redick was becoming the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, what was your initial thoughts?
My initial thought was, no surprise, really, because he was already in the talks, and so once Hurley turned him down, it was like, well, next up is JJ. So I knew it was coming, but I didn't necessarily think it was the best choice for the team. Only because how can I say this? What about Mark Jackson? What about Sam Cassell?
I agree.
Monty Williams is free now.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of hard for me to get excited about somebody with no coaching history.
Yeah.
Not even high school, little league, AAU to even speak of. It's just like pop up out the booth. I'm ready to coach, one of the most storied franchises ever. Give me the job. It's like, whatever happened to qualifications? You feel me?
Yeah, I know. I agree. As soon as Monty Williams got fired, I thought he would be in the talks. I thought he would be a front runner.
Mm-hmm. Give him a look.
Yeah, because he took the Suns to the finals in 2022, right?
Yeah. I know that.
He took the Suns to the finals. I was surprised when they got rid of him, but they took the Suns to the finals, went to Detroit, whatever. I mean, Detroit had the worst record in the league, but they had some pieces.
Yeah, and I mean, it was their first season. They had a lot of young guys too, So it was going to take some time, man, and
absolutely.
People were saying they were happy to see him go because he's like way too good of a coach to be in that situation there. So he got paid. He got some money coming still. So
yeah. I think about 60 something
like $60 million. Yeah, he still got 60 mil coming. So you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I would have got fired too.
Right. He's like, all right, fine, but I still got that money coming. Man. I still got that to look forward to. So you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be all right. But again, man, I just think Mark Jackson has been the talk about that. We already know that he's probably not gonna have a job, which is kind of messed up. Sam Cassell's been on. He's been assistant coaching for
15, 16 years.
Yeah. On some good teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monty. Trying to think, I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head, but I'm sure there were other candidates out there who have had some coaching experience. JJ Smart. We know that. We know he knows the game. But besides that, does he have experience bringing guys together, working with egos? I mean, not just egos.
Yeah.
LeBron James sized egos potentially. You know what I'm saying? If he stays.
Yeah. I think he could deal with I think he'll be a player coach. But I'm definitely with you on that. Like,
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen like a Monty Williams, Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell just won a championship.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't no hotter candidate in my opinion than
Yeah.
that. Mark Jackson, I don't know what it is. The league don't
Yeah.
like Mark Jackson. Owners don't
Some
like Mark Jackson.
something
I don't
about
think
him.
he'll smell the league in any capacity ever again. I don't even think he'll
Wow.
ever be commentating
Mm.
again. So I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, they do
Yeah.
not like Mark. But
Interesting.
JJ, I think he'll be a player's coach. You think
Okay.
he's going to go for bringing in a young coaching staff or more experienced coaches
I'm going to
to?
say I'm you know what I'm going to hope experienced coaches, hoping that he's smart enough to say, you know what, I haven't been here before. How do I run a team? How do I run these practices? Just bringing the guys together. How do I talk to these guys? I, I, we haven't seen him do any of that besides talking on camera, talking about the game, which he did, a great job at, analyzing, seeing plays, seeing stuff develop on the court.
Yeah.
But again, talking to the players is it's a whole different thing. Like, what are you going to do in crunch time? And you got to figure out to tell this player that he's not getting the ball, or stuff like that. Man, people get upset. Players get
Yep.
upset about not having the ball enough, not having plays ran for them. How you going to tell guys making 50, $60 million a year what to do? That let's just start there. Like, how you gonna tell them, listen, be here at this time? Like, what? Just you know, subtle things like that. So we'll see how he manages, though, man. But I just wish they would have given some other coaches a look.
I mean, it's also, yeah, I'm interested with that dynamic, how it's gonna work. It's just with JJ, he's never won an NBA championship.
Mm-mm.
So you got players that have on that current roster, as is
Ex-
right now.
Exactly. How you gonna tell me how to get there?
I think what worked and the two aren't the same, but I'm comparing like a Steve Kerr
Yeah, of course.
to a JJ Redick.
Yeah,
Steve Kerr got what? How many championships as a player? So he's
yeah.
been, and he was on that legendary Bulls
Mm-hmm.
team, I think in 96, 97, 98.
Yep.
I think he won 3
Yep.
with the Bulls. So, I mean, he's been around it.
He's
So
been
he
there.
knows what it looks like. JJ hasn't
And
been around it.
yeah, not at all. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Steve at least coach on somebody's bench for a little while with Greg Popovich?
Oh, that's true. He might have.
So I mean,
Because his last years he was a Spur, so
mm-hmm.
he might have been yep. Now, I will say, JJ, he was coached by arguably, I'm not gonna say the best, but one of the best
Ah,
college coaches of all time,
I see. Yeah.
Coach K. So I mean, he's seen greatness. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, NBA and college, two different things.
Totally different things. Totally different caliber of players. I mean, how many guys from from college actually make it to the NBA? Every team is not full of just NBA players. So it's like what you asking them to do are totally different things.
And the way the NBA looks now, I tell you, I think like the first 3 picks,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I know the first 2 picks are not, they played overseas, I believe.
I was it. Yeah.
So I mean, the way the NBA looks now,
Yep.
these kids that's playing in these colleges, they definitely it's
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
the world has caught up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. We'll
So
see
I
though, man.
mean,
All we can do now is see. I mean, it's in place. It
now
already happened. He's there.
Now with JJ and LeBron having their podcast, I think LeBron stays. What you think?
Man, I mean, I think somewhere in there, I think LeBron wanted that to happen. Like,
oh yeah.
why else would
He
he
was
be?
involved. He was definitely involved.
And if not like a direct hand, he was saying, "Hey, let me go ahead and put you out there, JJ, and let everybody see what you know about the game, and hopefully it'll get you a job, if not the Lakers' job." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think he definitely set it up for him to be like, "Listen, man, I'm gonna show you off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let everybody see what you can do."
How many years does Rob and Jenny Buss give him to bring a championship? Because that's all they care about.
That's
it. This ain't no make it to the playoffs, good run.
Yeah, no.
It's championship or it's basically championship or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
With the Lakers, which is kind of weird because they do not have a championship roster.
That was my next thing. Who are they going to put around them now? Like it's up to Rob and Jenny. I mean, Jenny to go out there and make some moves now. They got the coach, and now it's in your hands. Who we going to bring in? Who we going to let go? So we got to make those moves now. So I mean, I think they have to work together, a lot to really even almost get there. You know what I'm saying? Like playoffs, like they've been into the play-in game the last couple. Like you're not getting to the finals if you're barely getting into the playoffs, man.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if worse comes to worse, the Lakers will win the in-season tournament again. Hey, look.
Listen, yo, I don't even want that thing. I don't even want that tournament to even happen. Like,
you didn't like the tournament?
No, they played
Why
so
not?
hard. Listen, they played so hard to try to win that tournament, and then like the next two or 3 weeks, they were in this horrible slump. Like,
so
it was horrible. Nah, I don't want it.
You don't like the tournament at all.
What does it mean?
Hey, you get a trophy.
Again, what does it mean?
Hey, I don't know, but I think your Lakers put up. Didn't the Lakers put up a banner?
Yeah, no, they better not. Listen, if I go to Staples and I see that banner, I'm taking it down. They better not hang that banner up there for that, man.
I think it's already up.
Again, what does it mean for you to win the in-season tournament?
Hey, I don't know,
like it.
But
I
enjoyed it. I enjoyed the in-season tournament. I mean, I thought it was, as a fan, right? Like, going to games, and it was a part of the in-season tournament. They had the different court. They had the different jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
You also knew that top players were going to play. Whereas previously, you go to a game, especially in, the city we live in, DC, the DC area, where the Wizards are not that great. They're not good at all, right? Like, so that's typically a rest day for stars. Whereas, you go to a game now, you get to see a Giannis play or Tatum and a Brown. You get to see the stars play. That's the part I liked about it. Okay. As far as everything else, I agree with you. I don't really know what it means. I mean, it was a money grab for the NBA.
Ooh, you hit it on the head. That's what I was waiting to tell you. That was all for the NBA. That tournament was for the NBA to get more viewers, to get more money, to even set up these new deals. Like, hey,
these TV deals.
Yeah, yep. Exactly. NBC, a tournament. You saw all the views we got. Bam, let's make a deal. All that. So I think that was, I wouldn't call it selfish, but that was just for the NBA, man. That was them. No one.
It's a business.
No one is business. Listen. No one is going to be like, oh well, LeBron's a Hall of Famer because he won the in-season tournament. Get out of here. Come on, man. Come on. You know, like that's not going to be in anyone's conversation that they won an in-season tournament. Like, I don't know. And then, you know, I agree it was fun to watch, but not as fun for me because I know LeBron doesn't have that many miles left. So he don't need to be playing in that kind of tournament, man. Stop killing my boy. And stop working him like that. Like he's not ready for, you know what I'm saying? Give him some rest. Like, give him those days off. Like, he doesn't need to be trying to run and play back-to-back games in a tournament or, you know, killing himself trying to win an in-season tournament for what?
Yeah.
You know? Like, he could have been saving his legs for that for a much longer period of time. They could have had a stronger season. They could have won some more games and then not even had to play the in-season tournament. Like, I didn't like it for all those reasons.
I'm be honest with you. I don't worry about LeBron.
Of course.
I worry about Anthony Davis.
Yeah, that too. Let's not forget
he don't need to be playing on the in-season tournament.
Oh yeah,
he need all the rest.
Listen, I'm scared. Every game is like a chance that he just might be done. Like, you ain't lying,
man.
You're not lying.
I tell you, every game, he be on the floor for about 20 seconds. I be like, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
He about to be back out. Down to the other end. Like, oh man, he just now tweaked something again. Oh man, he got poked in the eye. He got, you know, something, man, a shoulder, a knee, an ankle.
Because that's the future of your franchise.
Facts.
AD will be there for. He'll probably finish his career with the Lakers. I mean, if he gets traded at any point in his career, no, I don't see him getting traded.
I don't. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he'll play out his contract, and then the Lakers won't be interested in trying to re-up at some point, and then he goes somewhere else after this time is up. But yeah, trade, I don't think so either.
Man, that's crazy though, because when he plays, he's the best player on the floor.
Oh yeah. And I think after last season, there was so much talk about, you know, him not showing up and being hurt. So he had a good season this year. I'm not mad. I'm glad he came back strong.
That's the person that don't need to be playing in no in-season tournament.
Again, that's why we don't need it, G. Him, LeBron, anybody, like, LeBron got so many games in his, you know, when his life, like, he don't need to be playing no random in-season tournament. And playing that hard, though, you know, like, they played so hard, you know, they were, you know, like, they played hard to win that trophy for, you know, and then again, like, those next 2 or 3 weeks of games were just sorry. Like, they weren't good games. Like, they lost a lot after that because they were tired. Yeah. Like, you know, like, they could have saved those games, won some more regular season games, skip the in-season tournament, but, you know, because they had a 5 or 4 better seed.
Avoid the play-in.
Avoid the play-in. And things could have been a little better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might have missed Denver. You know, like, we could have dodged them. Yeah, that's all, man.
But I mean, like you said, it was a money grab, TV rights, TV deals. Yeah. Now, TV deals lead to larger contracts.
Yeah,
they are getting a larger contract with coming back to NBC. Now these players, these deals become even larger than what they are now.
Which
somebody
is crazy.
At some point in the next 5 years will get a contract for $500 million.
Can you imagine? Oh man,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I imagine it's gonna be somebody like Wemby.
Yeah,
you know, somebody like that. That's gonna be, you know. So
it'll definitely be Wemby, because I don't know if you saw the latest picture of Wemby. He looking like Giannis.
I see. Yeah. And you remember Giannis when he came back after he gained that muscle, man. He was the MVP Giannis that we see.
Yeah.
So wow,
Wemby gonna take over the league, and he'll probably be. Yeah, that's a good point. He'll probably be the first person to get that $500 million contract. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Just to even see, oh my gosh. Oh my God. I can't even imagine.
Because they're going to go to NBC. They're on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
If they get to CBS or Fox, yeah, it's about to, that money will get crazy.
Mm. So clear it up for me because I don't know. What is it? What's on the line for these new TV rights? Like I know that NBC is now jumped on board. Like, are they done or are they open to still, signing on to other companies? I don't know all the ins and outs.
I don't know either. I mean,
Okay.
I think right now, because what happens with these deals, these um stations are paying the NBA.
Yeah, for the
So
rights
they
to
paying
air
them.
the
Yeah.
game.
So
Okay.
they paying them. I'm pretty sure they'll have to show them, at some point for another company to get on. It might be some type of an exclusive rights in there where they can't go to like a CBS or Fox for a certain period of time.
Mm.
We know you work with ABC. Okay, maybe that ABC exclusive part of that contract ran out, and then they was able
Oh
to go
yeah.
to an NBC,
Uh-huh.
and then they may have to wait a couple of years.
Wow.
Show like that's the reason why they did the end season tournament.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But it really is gonna come down to the stars gonna have to play. Like
Yeah.
any game that's on NBC,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
ain't no resting.
That's why they started. Yeah, and that's exactly why they're starting to cut down on those rest days or those, all those extra days that guys are
Yeah,
just.
putting the criteria like
Yep.
well, if you
You got to
sit
play.
this amount of games, you can't be MVP,
Exactly.
you can't be a part of this, you can't be a part of that.
Exactly. It's all. Yep.
Now with gaining basketball on NBC, we're losing inside the NBA on TNT.
Man, sad day.
I love those four. I mean, that was a great
What?
four.
Yeah.
Ernie, Chuck, Kenny, and Shaq.
Kenny.
I mean,
Yeah.
the banter between those four was amazing. But
Yeah.
I that was
How?
definitely the greatest basketball show
Yeah. How do you replace
ever.
that? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. 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 How do you?
Ernie has a contract with Turner, so he ain't leaving.
Yeah.
Because he does like college basketball. He does other stuff.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
does
And
other
he.
sports. Whatever was on TNT, so he's not leaving. So I mean,
Yeah.
you can't replace it. You can't replace it. It's not.
Nah.
I can't look at it as being replacing it. You just gotta just starting something new.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
It's gonna be
wonder.
different.
Yeah. You think Shaq and Kenny come over to NBC? Chuck has already said this is last year on TV.
I know.
He's
Yeah. Yeah.
retiring.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, man. Chuck is on CNN now, man. He's doing stuff with Gail King, man. He's like, listen, I got somewhere else to be, right? I got somewhere else to go. If y'all gonna be playing around, man, let me go and hang out at CNN. Me and Gail
Yeah.
going, But yeah, is Shaq and Kenny going to stay? I don't know. I think
Shaq got a lot of stuff going on too. So I mean,
exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, Shaq don't need to be on TV.
no.
He don't need to be on TV, and I don't know how many how many more years he has on that Turner contract. I'm not sure at all, but money talk. So I mean, he can be bought out.
Well,
Obviously,
I think how it's going is once the show is done, contract is up.
That's true.
It's no,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true.
no more
Just
basketball
free
after
agent.
this season.
Yeah.
There's no more basketball going to be on TNT.
Yeah.
NBA basketball.
Yeah. I think they'll go elsewhere because those four together are just its own thing. Like you can't break them up or put them on separate things and still have the same effect. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like the way like the way we see Kenny's not the most exciting guy, but he works within that four.
Yeah, he works
You know what I'm
well
saying?
within that four.
Like I'm not gonna tune in just to watch Kenny Smith. Like even you know what I'm saying? You know, I love the guy, but I'm not gonna just be watching Kenny Smith. Like I'm watching him in that dynamic, in that, you know, with all that chemistry going on there. So that's how I see it. So I think they're going just you know, find their own things to do. Ernie is definitely staying at TNT, man, or at Turner.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Ernie's got all those Emmys and, you know.
Yep.
He'll be there. He's their guy.
I got to see, but I mean, I tuned in for Shaq and Chuck. Those two going back and forth. Chuck saying some wild stuff.
Yeah. But you need Ernie, though, to kind of just bring it all in, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep him on track. All right, guys, moving on. Like, you know, like he has to be referee, moderator, sense of reason, you know, all that. So, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine watching a show with just Shaq and Charles? Oh, man.
That can't be on NBC.
Nah.
That got to be on HBO.
Yeah. And it can't be live. It can't be live either.
No, Oh, no. They got to be on HBO or Netflix or something.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
I mean, speaking of Netflix, you're seeing a lot of, well, I'm not going to say a lot. NFL, I think they are, what they stream? They streamed a game on Peacock last year. Do you see all sports? I think, well, the WNBA is on Prime Video. You get some baseball games on Peacock and HBO Max. You see that being like the future?
I've seen that.
You see that being the future where, you know, this NBC, this CBS stuff don't matter and everything is just on streaming? Not all games.
Yeah.
But a good amount.
I think it has to. Like, thinking about the way that people are watching TV now, like no one's turning on a TV anymore and just like flipping through channels. Like, channel surfing's gone. Like, people are looking on apps for things to go and watch and then go to the next app or like watch the next show. Like, it's no more regular TV anymore. And so if they're going to keep people watching, they got to be on apps that people are watching the most.
Well,
like weren't there? Go ahead.
Isn't that gonna mess things up? I don't know. I mean, I have all the apps. I watch all the apps. But I feel like there's a good portion of people that watch sports. They don't have these apps.
True.
So what is that gonna do for the average fan? Not the average fan, because we're average fans.
Yeah.
Just fans in general, where you can't have the HBO Max, the Peacocks, the Netflix, the Prime Video, the this, the that. Like,
that's true. You know what? I don't even know, because let's take basketball, for instance. NBC. Okay. You know what? NBC's app is Peacock. So are we going to see games on Peacock? Is that what you're getting at too now, maybe?
I mean, Peacock paid the NFL $1 billion for, it was the Chiefs versus somebody. I forgot who they played. They paid him was it $1 billion or $1 million? I don't know. They paid him a lot of money. Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah. And like I was saying, there's no regular cable anymore. Like, hardly ever. Like, people aren't just turning on the TV and you're flipping through channels to, get to a game or to get to watching, your shows. Like, everything's on an app now. So
$110 million for one playoff game.
God,
that's how much Peacock paid the NFL.
Woo!
$110 million for one game.
For one game.
One game.
How long is the game? Hour?
60 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
60 minutes
of football. 60 minutes of football. Woo!
15 minutes a quarter.
60, for 60 minutes of football. 100, man.
These streaming companies are paying just crazy amounts of numbers for this content.
And you know what's going to happen, though? They're going to make us pay for it. That's all that's going to happen. Like, they're going to keep on upping the prices, creating more apps, like, saying they're giving you all this new content. So, boom, give me an extra $5 a month now.
So where do you think the fan is going to see this increase in these streaming apps or at the stadium?
Ooh. I think on the streaming apps. They want to keep people coming and they want to keep butts in the seats. I mean, I think it'll be, a small increase at the stadium, but I think even more on TV because like that's your convenience. Like I can sit on the couch, I can lay in bed, I can, watch on my phone if I want to. So I think on the apps is where it's gonna come from. But the extra price, I don't know.
These prices keep going up. I tell you,
that's what I'm saying.
They keep going up. It's like but you know that Netflix is the only streaming app that to date has turned a profit.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. No other streaming app has turned a profit yet, and that's because Netflix creates a lot of their own content,
original content. Yeah.
They so create a lot of original studios. Content. Yep,
that's smart. And it's from sharing passwords too. So
yeah.
They made y'all go out there and buy. I get your own subscription now.
Yep,
they did that to us. I didn't like that either, man.
They getting Emmys. I think they had some movies that was Oscar nominated. Netflix movie. So
originals.
I mean, it's gonna be the next couple of years is gonna be very interesting in sports.
Yeah.
If you don't have these streaming apps, there's gonna be a lot of exclusive games that you won't have access to. I don't really know what that does for the streaming app because if you tell me one game is available, I'll just sign up for free for a month and then cancel.
Cancel it and then.
So I don't really understand their game plan there. Maybe eventually it's looking like maybe Peacock might. They might have all NFL games. I don't know. Maybe they'll take over the Sunday ticket because the Sunday ticket right now is trash. Super trash. I think they got a class lawsuit right now.
Oh, God.
Class action lawsuit right now.
You better
the
sign
NFL
up.
And Sunday ticket.
Yeah.
And it's just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They raised the prices on that because they went from DirecTV to YouTube TV. Yeah, that's another thing. Like you're gonna see games on YouTube.
Yeah. Listen, it's not totally out of the question because they already do it though sometimes. Like they were showing like World Cup games on YouTube, I saw. And speaking of Netflix, they were already trying to they were already like doing some stuff that was live. Like they do live comedy shows, live roast, that Tom Brady roast was like a live thing.
Yeah, that was on Netflix. So
I think some of those things are just like experiments to see like how can we do this live thing and start doing live games, like
I can see that.
Do these, like they won't do these few live things and then stop. Like it's just testing the waters, like to see how many people are gonna log on and watch and and all that. So they might even throw their hat in that NFL ring or NBA ring and start doing some live stuff. We'll see, but
that would be interesting. I would like to see how that works. I know the WWE signed a contract with Netflix.
Okay,
where their show that comes on Monday Night Raw, used to come on USA. Their contract with USA is up. I forgot when, but that show will now be streaming on Netflix. I think next year or the year after. So that's going to give us our first glimpse, and that's a live show every week. So that's going to give us our first glimpse of how this is going to look from a sports entertainment feel to see if. I mean, there's a lot of wrestling fans, but there's not more. I'm not gonna say that because that's a global sport.
Mm-hmm.
But fans will be very upset if they ain't gonna be able to watch their Sunday night football or Monday night football. I know I would.
Yeah, what?
I'm be heated.
Right? That's what. First of all, those night games are the best games for me to watch as a dad. You know what I'm saying? Kids are asleep at that time, so like give me my give me my late games, man. I need those.
Nah, man, you gotta know what you gotta do. You gotta get them some jerseys. Be like, you know what? 1 p.m. or 4:05. If my Eagles are playing, our Eagles are playing. And you gotta sit down and watch this.
They already know, though.
See,
they already know. Listen, they already know. I'm watching every single Eagles game already. So I mean, I'm not missing that. Either that, or I'm heading down the road to Landover to catch them playing the Washington football team or Commanders or whatever they call themselves.
Don't disrespect. Nowadays, they the Commanders, man. Don't disrespect. They the Commanders. Commanding the field.
For how long? For how long are they going to be Commanders, man? Because
I don't think they changed.
It's not sticking. I don't think.
It's not sticking. I don't think they changed the name, man. I don't think they changed the name.
G. It ain't sticking.
I don't look. It's only been 2 years.
People I see every day are still calling them the Redskins, man.
Well, I mean, that's where they won their championships. That's where they won their Super Bowls. Naturally, it's nostalgic. But it's only been 2 years. I don't see Josh Harris changing the name back.
Now, I've never seen. Well, I can't say never, but from the times that I've seen teams either change their name or change their city, I didn't, like the new name stuck. Like when the Bobcats left and went to.
But they were the Hornets.
Yeah, technically, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, who else? The Grizzlies. Well, they're still the Grizzlies. Yeah. But usually it's no, people don't have such a hard time wrapping their minds around that being like the new team name or the new thing. Just the Washington, it's just
what's different?
It's not different. What is?
They changed cities.
That's true. So everything went. You're right.
They changed cities. Like they went from Vancouver to Memphis.
You're right.
Charlotte
went to New Orleans.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
So they changed the entire city. So that's a different.
You're right.
It's a different fan base, except for. Yeah.
You're right. Man, most teams do leave the city though, but yeah, they stayed. All right.
They stayed. And I mean, like I said, DC, Maryland, obviously, not far. It's not far enough. So people still have that feeling of this is where we won our championships. This is the name we won our championships under.
This is our team. Mm-hmm.
Pretty dominant team in the 80s. Yeah, we rocking with the Redskins. But I don't see Josh Harris changing that name, especially they got a squad, man. They talking about Brandon Ayuk might come to the because him and Jaden Daniels were Jaden Daniels played at Arizona State. And Brandon Ayuk played at Arizona State.
Wow.
And they friends.
Okay. Is he a free agent now from the Niners?
49ers not trying to pay him. They're not trying to pay him.
Okay.
So
he got a reason to leave.
I mean, we figured that though, right? Like they got Debo, they got C-Mac, they got Brock Purdy gonna get a payday.
Oh yeah. Kittle.
So Kittle.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got a lot of people they got to pay.
Okay.
Even though I think Brandon Ayuk is deserving, I don't think he gets it in. I don't think he gets it in San Francisco. So I could see them him coming to Washington with Jaden Daniels and then that revamped defense.
Mm-hmm. All right. As they are now, are they a playoff team?
I do see them making the playoffs.
I don't know, man. That was a long pause just now, G. That was a long pause.
I do see them making the playoffs.
All right.
I can see the Commanders making the playoffs.
Okay. All right.
I like it. Yeah, on paper, I can see them making the play. I mean, obviously, I got to see Jaden Daniels. I ain't seen
Okay.
I ain't seen him playing an NFL game yet.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. All right.
I think so, but I mean, other pieces are there: wide receivers, running backs, defense is there. They made moves on the defensive end.
Yeah.
So it's really just going to be up to Jaden Daniels and the offensive line.
That's always key, though, for real.
It's going to be that offensive line.
Mm-hmm. That's always key.
I could see them. I see the Commanders winning the NFC East. Yeah, you heard that.
Listen. I got no comment on that. If you think that, go ahead and go with it. Go ahead and go with it, G.
I can see them winning the NFC East. Or it'll be a tough match. It'll be a tougher race this year than what it was last year. Like your boys, the Cowboys, not going to win it. They just not going. Your boys, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I thought you and Jerry Jones was friends.
Listen, man, you know how to get me riled up, but don't even start with that cowboy talk. Don't put that on me, man. Don't even put that on me. Do not do it. You know where I'm at. You know where I'm at. Don't I spell it for you?
Nah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
L-E-S, Eagles. You already know. Yeah. You already know, man.
Hey, when did y'all start that chant? I gotta know, when did y'all start that chant? Because it sounds very familiar from my Jets, Jets. I'm just saying.
Who even knows that? Who even knows that about the Jets, man? It's not even
I think everybody knows that about the Jets.
Listen, it don't matter, man.
Look,
no one's going to hear them saying that during the playoffs, so it don't matter.
Whoa. Nah, man.
No one's going to be hearing them screaming the Jets during the playoffs, so it don't matter, man. It don't matter when we started it.
Hey, my Jets is stacked. Defense was already stacked. They was already stacked. You saying they weren't?
I'm not saying they weren't. I'm just saying I gotta see it.
Aaron Rodgers not gonna get hurt.
Whoever you got, I gotta see it.
Aaron Rodgers not gonna get hurt. He gonna fill his body up with shrooms, so he ain't gonna be able to feel nothing.
With shrooms, ayahuasca, all that he
ain't gonna be able to feel nothing. He get hit, he gonna get up like nothing happened.
Oh man, listen, man. I'm hoping they do good though. I am. For your sake, for you, man, for you.
Oh, they gonna do good. I'm optimistic. And if Aaron Rodgers does get hurt, got Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah,
I like Tyrod Taylor.
I like Tyrod too. Yeah. Who did you go for last year? Because he was a good backup last year somewhere, and came in and played
Giants.
The Giants. Okay.
He was a Giant.
Yeah.
That horrible franchise. They ain't doing nothing. Trash.
I mean, they got trash. They had a more recent championship than the Jets. I'm just saying.
Man, they still trash.
And the Commanders. And the Commanders. So I'm just saying.
And hey, look, trash.
One word.
I don't like the Giants. They don't like me. I don't like the Giants.
Now, I thought all people from New York stuck together. At least support the team, but
I don't like what they did to Saquon. I don't like what they did to Saquon. Ever since that, I don't like it.
In what way?
Saquon was the team.
Okay.
And you gave that money to Daniel Jones?
Yeah. Listen, that happens a lot though, man. Like,
come on.
That happens a lot though. Like, they need the quarterback to give him the ball. So
Saquon was the offense.
Yeah.
So I didn't like why they did that. And then they talking about, I didn't want you to leave. You didn't even offer him a contract.
I know. And didn't they give Daniel Jones that contract while Saquon was out hurt too?
Yes, they did.
Woo! Ouch.
And then what happened last year? Your $40 million a year man got hurt.
Ouch, man.
I didn't like. So yes, I used to root for the Giants, but after they did Saquon like that,
that was
I didn't
enough
like
for you.
that. I didn't like that at all. I mean, the Giants always had a rough history.
Mm-hmm.
We want to go all the way back. They always had a rough history, but I mean, after that, I didn't like that because I don't see. I mean, they're gonna finish dead last in the division.
Dead last
in the division. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, especially now that they've lost Saquon, they're definitely going to finish last.
I like Neighbors. I like Hyatt. I don't believe in Daniel Jones. Yeah. I don't not believe in Daniel Jones at all.
Yeah, I never did either. Yeah. I don't think Tom Coughlin did either when he was there either. But yeah, I don't see it, like man. It. Okay, all right.
So now we know this is final year. Did they draft a quarterback? I think
there was a franchise that did. It might have been them. Now that you mentioned it, because I remember somebody was mad about that.
Oh yeah, I know the Falcons drafted Penix Jr.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
After they gave all that money to Kirk Cousins. I know.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was. Yep, that's exactly what I'm referring to. Man, went out and got a quarterback and then drafted another one. Like, wait a minute, I don't need him behind me.
I mean, that was pretty crazy. To draft a quarterback after you gave all that money to Kirk Cousins.
Not a top quarterback at that. Like, not just, not just a backup, but like somebody that could take your spot.
I mean, preparing for the future is I think that's what every team should do.
Yeah.
I don't think that, I mean, we know that's the way the league is now. You draft a top quarterback, he's going to play. Like, he's not going to sit on the bench. But I come from the perspective
Aaron Rodgers did for some years.
And it worked out well. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't think, because look at somebody like Bryce Young. He's going to be great.
Yeah.
But he has nobody to learn from.
Yeah.
Zero people to learn from. You're going to throw him out there. He ain't got no old line, so he getting killed.
Oof. Scary, yeah.
And then what? Now his career, he might succeed.
Yeah.
He might not succeed. But then it's going to be, well, he wasn't good. He was a bust. He was this. He was that. No, he have no pieces.
You ought to set him up to win. Yeah, I feel you. On that.
They did the same thing to Justin Fields. Chicago was trash. He running for his life.
Yeah.
Now he got some weapons. DJ Moore, he got some weapons.
Okay.
But imagine if he had the weapons Chicago has now. That what's his name? I can't think of his name. Dude went first pick. Anyway, he from DC. Can't think of his name right now. Brain fart.
Okay.
But he got weapons.
Yeah.
Imagine Justin Fields. Yeah. Now Justin Fields is a backup in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
He can learn from a Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson ain't going, I don't know. Russell Wilson might play.
Let's stop. Well, I don't. Yeah, but play good though. Play good. Play up to the standard. But now I do know though his coach don't play now.
Oh yeah, Tom Coughlin.
No. You mean
not Tom Coughlin. Man,
I know I can't think of
nobody's name.
Yeah. Black coach though. We know what we're talking about.
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin don't play. So
yeah.
He better listen, man. The way I've been seeing Russ play lately, these last 2 seasons, man, I don't know. I think this might be his last chance to really get it together.
Look, Russ, he got it together at the end of, I'll say the middle of last season. But what's his name? I can't think of no coach's name. Broncos coach. He didn't like it. That wasn't his guy. He didn't want him.
Yeah, in the first place. Yeah.
They wanted him to restructure his contract in the middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Or basically he was like, you're not going to play. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay. Yeah, like Caleb Williams is the quarterback for the Bears.
From
Michael
USC,
Penix Jr. went 8th to the Falcons. They drafted him 8th.
Wow.
Yeah, if I was Kirk Cousins, I'd be nervous too.
Yeah, man. Oh. Yeah, you don't draft a quarterback that high, and then you got to pay him that rookie salary, and but he'd be like, go ahead and sit down.
First round money.
Go ahead and sit down. Yeah. Go sit down. Nah, I feel you.
So yeah, he was like, hey, I wouldn't be mad.
Now think about it. It was probably easier to make Aaron Rodgers sit, right? Because didn't he sit for like the first round or something, like in the draft, and then didn't get drafted anyway?
He made it. He made it in the first round. He was late first round.
Yeah.
He was late first round, but he was still first round.
Okay.
But I mean, also Brett Favre was the quarterback in front of. They weren't sitting Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Brett Favre could do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And people that live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Brett Favre could do no wrong.
You ain't lying about that. Yeah, you're right.
So there was no chance that he wasn't going to sit.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with, Kirk Cousins is known to get hurt. He is coming off an Achilles injury.
Exactly.
As well. So.
And he's not young either.
No,
he's not young. So, those
he just got a bag, though.
Yeah, he did. Woo. We'll see what he does, though. You like that? Man.
Washington should have got rid of him.
They weren't going to pay him that kind of money, though.
They weren't, but look at the quarterbacks that got here after him.
Well, yeah, I mean, hindsight is always, but
Wentz always was hurt. Wentz was always hurt.
You said that name and I cringed. Like,
I like Alex Smith, but he had a gruesome injury.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So, Alex Smith, Wentz.
Is he still back up?
Or
is he gone? Okay, he's done.
Done. Yeah, he's done.
Dang.
So, I don't know, man.
I don't
know, but yeah, man. After the Giants did Saquon like that, I couldn't deal with it.
Understandably, but for real though, I am looking forward to the season though. NFL season, man. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Like as soon as basketball is done, I'm like, all right, let's start switching gears. Mini camps rolling around, OTAs rolling around. Talk about who's going to be here and who's going to do this and that. Like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for, NFL. Even though I'm a big basketball fan, well, NBA fan, NFL is like where it's at though for me. Like, but that's like I look forward to Sundays. Like I look forward to my Sundays.
Fall. When it's fall time, August.
Yeah.
Man, it's a beautiful time for me.
Yeah. I agree.
I love it. So, what you heard about the new kickoff rule?
I've heard that there was one, but they just changed it a few years ago. Even then, and then this one, I don't know much about it. What's new now?
I mean, in short, they're really trying to limit the collisions.
Okay.
When you're running down on kickoff.
Okay.
Even though most kickoffs, people aren't really returning. They usually kick it through the goalposts, stuff like that. Most of them. Touchbacks. But the other people are hitting each other, trying to get down the field. So
yeah, blocking, yeah.
They're trying to limit those collisions because I believe the NFL is trying to add a game to the season.
Yeah,
So
that's been talk for a while.
Well, that money again. TV rights. You talking about? Peacock will pay us $110 million for one game. What if we get a season out of this?
Can we just squeeze in one more game? Listen,
I think they're talking about getting rid of a preseason game and adding a regular season game.
Okay. And they're talking about adding those cushions too on the helmets now too. I think I heard that as like an option now too, because I can imagine being those linemen and like hitting helmets every single play. I can't do that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends on your approach.
Yeah.
But if you go in helmet, if you putting face mask on face mask, I know a couple of days I saw the white light doing that, especially younger. I mean, so.
Are you letting your son play football?
High school.
Yeah.
High school.
But that's where he's going to figure out if he wants to play for, at the next level at that point.
High school.
Oh, so you're saying not until high school?
Yeah, not until high school.
Okay.
Not until high school. I would no.
That's smart. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, and it would be like sophomore year of high school at that.
Mm-hmm. And not no 14-year-old freshman trying to come in there and bang with the seniors.
I mean, the reason I'm saying that is because I know that's when, if you got some size to you, got some type of skill, like just me being his dad, he will be involved in the sport.
Yeah.
Like he'll know the sport, but it's like,
that's what I'm saying too. Yeah.
Will you play? Not until you're sophomore, because then it's like, okay, you got some size to you, you're growing into your body. Let's see if we can build this body, muscles, agility, things like that. And if you want to do this, I'd rather you start at that age because, now college scouts starting to look at you, stuff like that. Like,
that makes sense.
That would be that would be the time. But before that, like playing Pop Warner and all that, nah, because them coaches don't care.
Nah, they don't.
They don't care about your kid. Like, teach them about the big hit. They don't need to learn about a big hit.
Yeah,
at 9, 10 years old. Come on. Learn how to tackle.
Yeah, for
wrap
real.
The leg. Bring them down. That's it. Like you don't need to hit nobody's head. You don't need to be hitting your head.
Yeah, I see those hitting drills online sometimes, and I'm like, why?
Because that's what I'm saying. Like that. You don't need to know that. Like that's not. They don't even hit like that in the league. So you don't need to learn how to hit like that outside of, when you're 9 and 10 years old. I mean, when we were growing up, that was like the thing, right? Because you didn't have all these studies about concussion.
Yeah, for real.
And all the CTE and all that. It was, you got your bell rung.
Yep. But
that was almost like a badge of honor.
You get back, yeah. But he get back up and you stay in the game, right? Yeah.
It was almost like a badge of honor. But now,
exactly, we know better.
Yeah, all these studies and things like that. You do not need to be hitting lead. You definitely don't lead with your head.
Nah.
Well, you don't do that anyway because you could paralyze yourself. So, like, about you?
For me, it's a no-go. Like, I've always, I said this to my wife too. Like, he doesn't need to do that. Like, there are plenty of other sports And like just like you, like he'll know how to play, like passing and just like knowing about the game, knowing kind of like how to play football and all that. But he doesn't need to be doing that, man. Like he can, there's so many other sports he can do. Now, unless he starts to get older and like he's showing some, like some real talent in that area, I'm like, wow, like like he's got some, some speed, or like he's really big and he can probably block. But I don't, barring him having like a superior football skill, that's like, whoa, like he needs to be on the field type of thing. I don't see it happening.
Well, I think you're a tall guy. I think he'll have the height. You and your wife are tall. He'll have the height.
Then he can play basketball. He can play volleyball, even. He can, whatever else he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? He, lacrosse is out there. He can even do, but just football.
So it's a no matter the age. It's a no for you.
Yeah, for me, especially if he is tall, like that gives him more chances to be getting his knees hit. That's why I don't want to play. Like I don't want to be up here running or doing stuff and people are going at my knees because they're short and I'm tall. Like I don't want that. Yeah. So that's why I didn't play. And thankfully I haven't had any kind of ACLs or nobody hitting my knees or breaking my kneecap or any kind of stuff like that. But I don't want him just out there, just people just going for his legs because he's tall. So if he's tall, great. Let's do basketball or volleyball or something else.
Well, that's a perfect segue into our last segment of the episode. So we got some questions from some faithful listeners.
All right, let's hear them.
The first question is, what is your view as a sports father on participation trophies?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good question. That is a good question. A participation trophy, to me, is it's okay up to a certain age.
Okay.
I'd say after elementary school, 4th grade, 5th grade. But once you start getting up into junior high school and beyond, like you don't need to get a trophy just for being in something. Like because at that point you are no longer like just like trying it out. Like you're past the introductory phase of a sport. Like my son just played soccer last 2 seasons, like, and he's only 5 right now, and so he's like just learning how to play soccer. Like he's learning how to run and kick the ball at the same time. Like he's never done it before. And so after they play their 6 or 7 games, they all get a trophy. Great. But then once he's played for 3-4 years and he's ready to go play soccer in 6th grade, 7th grade, and it's on a team and they're playing for something like other than just for fun. Like when you're playing to win, a serious win, like things are on the line, stakes are high, maybe, but like I don't like it after that. Like it's just like what are you playing for then? Like like I want you to win a trophy because you earned it, because you went out there and you won and you played hard. Now if you want a trophy, then you go and you work at it. Like you can't just say I didn't get a trophy this year. If you want a trophy, play hard. Work out more. Take the steps you need to earn a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just give them out for every sport, every age group. Like just because you came out and played, like earn a trophy after a certain age. Like I'm leaning towards like after like 4th grade, even like like earn a trophy. Earn a trophy. How about you?
I'm with you on that. I'm not a fan of the participation trophy at all, for the same reasons that you said. Like when you're winning something, not everybody, just because you were there, not everybody needs to get something. Especially if you're playing for a championship, the winners get the trophy.
The winners get the trophies. Yeah.
The other teams that didn't win, okay, now you got something you're working towards, right? Like you're not, okay, this is what's gonna make you get better. This is what you're working towards. Okay, what do I need to do? But everybody getting the same thing because you showed up. Yeah. I'm not with it at all. And I want to thank our listener Tiara for that question. She had a follow-up question to that question.
Okay.
Do you believe that this participation trophy phenomenon is hurting our kids today?
Looking back on it, I would say yeah. And I don't think, I wouldn't say hurting them like being like a detriment to their life, but giving them the wrong perception as if like they just deserve to have something for nothing.
Yeah.
It's not really teaching them anything. Except, you can just do anything and you get to decorate your room with these trophies, or you get to have what's that? The medals and all that without earning them, just because you come and you show up again after you've learned the sport, after you've had some time playing the sport, and like the point of the the point of playing soccer is to score. Like you've already learned that. Then after you've learned that for a couple years, then it's like, all right, you already know now. If you don't score enough of those goals, you don't win. You don't win the championship. You don't get to go to the rounds and tournaments and all that and stuff and win if you're not getting the ball into the net. So again, after you learned it, and it's just like it teaches them to be kind of just like what's the word I'm trying to find? Complacent.
Yeah.
And just thinking that the world, that they're owed something just because they're here. Like, I'm here. I showed up today. I sat on the bench, and then I fell and I got hurt, and we didn't win, but I still get to I still deserve to have something for
exactly.
That. I don't know. So I think, just to wrap that up, I think it's the parents' job to get the kids to understand that, and if your kid is not, if your kid isn't the best at a sport and they don't earn a trophy at the end of the season or whatever, and they're sad about it, or they're upset, then you got to talk to them and tell them like, hey, like, the kids that won those trophies, they were just better. And that's how life is. Everyone is not going to be great at doing all things. So it's like, if you want to be better, if you want, make the moves to, get there. So I think as a parent, those are kind of like, teachable moments for you to teach your sons or your daughters. Like, trophies are for winners. If you want to be a winner, that's it. But a good question, Tara. Thank you for sending that in. Those are some good ones.
I mean, I think, the participation phenomena, it doesn't, it's not teaching the kids work ethic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that is going to can be your differentiator, especially as you get older, you get into your career, your job, whatever you're going to do in your life.
Yeah.
There's going to be, no matter if you're an entertainer, you're a sports person, you got a 9-to-5, work ethic can separate you from everyone else.
Yep.
And if you get something for not doing anything, you start to teach those bad habits early.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you living at home with me at 35.
And said, hey, wait, Dad, like, I went to school. Yeah, but did you earn the grades? Did you work hard to, go to college or to get that scholarship? Like, you showed up to school every day. Good. But what are you doing there? Are you studying? Are you doing the extra work to get what you think you need to be getting to not be on my couch?
I know.
As an adult, yeah. I feel you, man.
And there are other circumstances that could happen where you are as leaving, but the point is,
the point,
work ethic. That's what I think it's teaching. Lack of that work ethic that is needed.
Agreed.
In any walks of life to be successful. So, yeah, I agree. That was a great question, Tiara. Thank you for that. That's all we got for today. I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up and go to work tomorrow. So
I know you got early mornings, man, but
I ain't Stephen A. Smith. So
that's right. All right, G, it's good talking to y'all. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch y'all next time.
All right, peace. Yeah.